final action. Let's play pickleball.
That paddle control there, we saw just some highly skilled volleys look very easy on point number 1.
There's Tui Nation right on the hat. He's got gear. I mean, if you're going to do it, just embrace it. I love it. And thank you, right on cue.
I feel like he's widely looked at as the guy with the best backhand in the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have gear that talks about it, you better back it up, and he certainly does.
He runs around the forehand to hit the two-hander.
Wow.
Hey, he's not all backhand, though.
Well, and you can't be out here. Man, what a dipping beauty of a forehand there for Garnett. Tracks it down but doesn't find the court, and took a spill here in front of us, so I hope he's okay. And the effort and the ball retrieving in this match will be second to none.
Connor Garnett is not a guy to quit on a point.
Never. There you see, just blew a tire right there. I'm glad the wrist got out of the way, because that's the scary thing. Your podcast buddy John Isner took a fall and broke his wrist on that at the U.S. Open a couple years ago.
Yeah, I believe it was 2021. Just, you know, when you're 6'10" and you fall down from that high
that tree is a long way to go down to the ground.
The wrist isn't ready for that.
Oh, man, Fed got out of it, and then he's wondering if that ball was wide. I didn't see anything that was wide there, Sam.
I didn't either. And, you know, sometimes when the ball's in or out by millimeters, you play it, and then it's in your head for the rest of the point. You got to quickly hit that shot and move on and get ready for the next ball.
And little good-natured smiles from Garnett, and now the forehand again. So if that's on, and it can be better than the Tui sometimes, despite the gear. I mean, he just stepped into this and destroyed it.
That's a problem for opponents if he's doing that.
Oh, my goodness. Garnett on the dead sprint throws it back behind Fed, and Fed can't find the ATP, and what a start for Garnett.
He's had two backhand winners, 2 forehand winners, and then that get with the cross-court angle. That was phenomenal.
Okay, misses the serve. You hate to kill your own momentum when you're up 5, and Fed is walking very gingerly over there.
I think he's trying to change up the momentum.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's hurt in any way, just taking his dear sweet time. Still yet to hit the scoreboard. And gets his first point right there. So 1-5.
Federico's so dangerous on that backhand side, and you dink it there. He holds it. He uses his body to, you know, he turns so much where you don't know if he's going to hit it cross court or up the line.
Yeah, emulated his game after Ben Johns, and that shot very similar in footwork and positioning. I think Fed is challenging the out call.
Right, and that backhand dink, like you said, if Ned's playing outside of his one missed serve, pretty much flawless.
I feel out on.
I feel like it's out too.
Yeah, that's Connor's going to be serving here, Fed. But I've been surprised before, Sam.
The more I look at it now, I think it's in.
I'm sticking with out.
Tough time to be an umpire.
It is, and tough. I mean, because, Sam, what these guys are doing is they're calling center, but they're also calling, we have
review. The out call stands. The ball was out. Challenge is lost. Timeout is lost. 2 timeouts remaining. 1 timeout remaining. We'll resume play at 5-1.
I am in violent agreement of all of that there. So here we go.
5-1.
Not going to be able to track that down, and just gets the thumbs up from Connor.
Federico's body control is so impressive when he's up there. The way he anticipates, even that last shot. You know, a lot of players might awkwardly lunge at it. He does lunge at it, but his body's in control. He's so strong.
Great movement from Garnett there. Wow. Points hard to come by here. We got quickly to this scoreline, and then we've been stalled.
5-1.
Unbelievable hands from Fed. Catches it off the tape.
And I'd love to know right now with the guys if the shadow of the sun's shadow is difficult to pick up the ball. Now, I certainly think it would be.
Oh, guessed right, but couldn't keep it in the court. Yeah, you need to have a meteorologist in your camp here to decide the angle of the sun. Do I want to start in that and it's going to get worse, or do I want to start somewhere else? And when the margins are so thin, that might be the difference.
2-5. Point.
Federico's forehand is so difficult to read, I think. It's awkward the way it looks, you know? It's not the,
3-5.
you know, no disrespect, not the cleanest looking forehand, but it's disguised and it's held so well.
Side out.
So Garnett's been at 5 forever. Can he get to the 6 point here?
Five, 3.
I mean, just cash winner. Garnett on the dead run. And Fed is in complete control when he's returning. He just slowly creeping back into it. Down 2, got the ball back.
Slowly finding his game here.
3-5.
In game 1.
Oh, he's there. What an ATP on the dead run. Smashes it into the open court.
It's a good feeling as a player when you're running up to this, knowing what you're going to do, knowing the ball is going to curve wide enough for you to smack it up the line for the ATP.
And he knew he had to put pace on that, or Garnett would run down something, hit halfway.
Yeah.
4-5. Side out.
Sometimes anticipation makes you look fast.
Because the court is smaller, if you anticipate well in pickleball, you should be in an advantageous position most of the time. And we saw Garnett there anticipates that Federico's going to take the forehand inside in, is waiting for it, puts the forehand volley away nicely cross court.
See if Garnett does anything differently with the serve or with his approach to this as he serves at 5 again. Once again in control. And Fed very clear. I'm just getting a towel. As we had some issues walking off the court last week, Sam.
I think Garnett right now, you alluded to earlier, he's been stuck on 5 for a while. It's hard not to think about that.
Yeah.
Get the ball back for the 5th time, the 6th time, the 7th time.
4-5.
When are you going to break that streak?
Wow, what an angle from Connor Garnett. I don't know how that stayed in. That was halfway in the kitchen.
And from where we're sitting, we have a perfect angle at that.
My
I thought,
goodness.
no way there was enough court.
Side out.
Empty trip again.
That's just the pattern we're seeing. Federico is just hitting that return to Garnett's forehand and doing a good job of covering. And if Garnett doesn't hit one of those perfect angles, it seems like he can't get ahead of the point.
So the big lead has just been trickling away. But Fed cannot get it back here as the receivers are doing a great job making the opponent play on their weaker half.
And neither guy is giving the other one much of an opportunity on their serve.
Had a better serve that time, but not a better next shot. So what a absolute battle, and it isn't getting any cooler out here, Sam.
I know the shade is kind of coming over the court, but we're in the hottest part of the day.
Side out city. Oh my goodness. He thought he had 6 4 different times, and Fed was there, including an unbelievable serve up the tee, Sam.
I also thought he had 6 4 different times, but Fed just does a great job of holding his ground on that right side and saying, hey, if you're going to beat me cross court. And ultimately comes away with the goods. That was impressive.
Great first volley. I mean, we're 15 minutes in, and it's 4-5. Now 5-4 with Garnett serving.
5-4.
And finally gets to 6, and Fed is frustrated with that missed. Oh, and gets the technical warning for smashing the ball into the net. So that is just a warning. Point penalty next if another one, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that, any sort of technical warning. So it's not like you have categories of okay that you can get one.
The umpire was quick to make that call.
No leniency. It's hot for everybody.
6-4.
Just missed curling it, and I think Garnett is challenging this. That's his
hot match or a hot game. You just got to hope that the work that you've put in off the court is going to pay off, and you know you're going to get little breaks. Maybe you know, in tennis, you'd maybe try to shorten the points. You know, in tennis, they have a shot clock now. You get 25 seconds. Give yourself that entire 25 seconds. Go to the towel a little more. Do anything you can to get your heart rate back down to whatever a kind of steady, comfortable heart rate is for you to play your best.
Yeah, and is that something you trained? Is that something you were cognizant of off the court?
Yeah, you would do drills and was into it. And like you said, it's Virginia Beach, over to Vegas, down to Miami for an MLP, then to Milwaukee, then to Dallas.
After review was overturned, the ball in. 2 timeouts remaining, 1 timeout remaining. We will resume play at 7-4.
So Chris Johnson saw, or the team saw enough to overturn that.
Tui Nation got just enough curl
just
on that.
Enough on that on the sideline there.
Time in. 7-4.
Oh, that's pretty.
Point.
That's where that left hand being part of the two-handed backhand so big just held that, Sam.
He holds it as late and as long as possible, and if he wants to hit that inside out, down the middle, cross court, he can make that change at the last second. It's so tough as an opponent to read it.
Oh my, was there, but that would have been something special to make that, but has now gotten a stretch of a few points here and is now doubled up, Fed.
Scoring.
And challenge Bed's crew over there, so let's see. I will not comment on whether I think that's in or out. Impossible to tell there.
It's impossible. And Fed's actually the first guy we've seen use the actual player bench.
Yes.
In the last 5 hours.
That looks like I see blue in between there. So
I do as well. I'm leaning with the out call.
I'm staying with out.
I think Fed a little frustrated.
Yes, like there was an extra, just the way he hit that.
To review, the out call stands, the ball was out. Challenge is lost, the timeout is lost. Remaining, no timeouts remaining. 8-4.
So, frustrated dude about to return serve here, Sam. So let's see if Connor can take advantage of it.
Time in.
See it on his face, see it with his body language.
8-4.
Yeah, he thinks he's gotten messed up on both challenges.
Side out.
And then just comes out and plays the most Fed point of all.
Love the way he finishes that backhand.
4-8.
He doesn't have to hit it like that.
No.
He's got the whole court open.
Oh, just ran out of time, did Connor. Another great volley. So Fed is within 3. And this is the first of 4 semis. We'll have back-to-back-to-back on center.
5-8.
Just wide on the return. Garnett has both his timeouts, so if needed.
6-8. Point.
Might be time now after 2 missed returns.
Timeout receiver.
Okay, so there it is, and just called timeout.
Point.
And Fed has tied it up, and we've got snowmen in the heat in Las Vegas.
8-8. Point.
Wow, 3 missed returns in this comeback.
9-8.
Such a sound first game until the last few minutes. Kind of see a new confidence in Federico's body language and the way he's hitting the ball.
So gets the ball back, but the lead has been given up.
8-9. Side out.
That's the shot that was catching the court earlier.
Yeah, we've seen him make about 2 or 3 of those. That one sails wide by a few inches. Tougher shot to make at 8-9.
Yes.
9-8.
So smart to chase that in, and out of nowhere, it is Fed with the first game point here in game 1.
Game point. 10-8. Side out.
Ugly swing at that one, so Garnett's got a chance with the ball back.
Eight, 10. Point.
You loose errors from both players late in game 1.
Can Garnett tie it up right here? Let's see the serve. I mean, that is the pattern of the day. Second game point coming up for Staksrud.
Right, it seems like if Garnett executes that, he's going to win this match.
And that will do it. Game 1 goes to Fed. It was a struggle. Garnett got stuck at 5 for like 10 minutes, and that's where this first game was lost. He had a chance to get that separation. Couldn't do it. Was up 8-4, but couldn't close the door. And that 1 next to his name means a lot. Fed takes game 1 here at the Rate Championships.
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, Leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click Leagues today to get started.
He missed 3 returns, a few more shots. Federico got the momentum, and here we are, game 2.
Light out.
So how do you overcome that if you're Garnett?
You know, you got to tell yourself that for the majority of game 1, you were actually the better player.
Yeah.
It was a 5-minute span toward the end where I had a handful of errors, and so you got to try your best to block that out and tell yourself that, you know, I was the better player. He has beaten him before this year. And on the flip side, Federico's saying, hey, I maybe didn't play my best, had some errors, and I won game 1. It's a great feeling as a player.
Point.
I know in tennis sometimes when you didn't play your best and you greased out a set 7-5 or 7-6, it almost felt better
2-0.
than winning an easy set 6-2, 6-3.
Light out.
First 2 of game 2 go to Garnett, though.
0-2. Light out.
Federico telling himself to hit the ball. I feel like could have done a little more with that first volley.
2-0. Point.
And clear.
That wasn't that hard. That was out by 3-4 inches.
Okay.
In my mind.
Sam's like, I got it, dude.
I got it. Just look to me. I'll give you the out call. We can get going here.
Yeah. And just to be clear, Sam's angle at the world is much different than mine at 5'8".
Practice court and the gym.
Review. The out call stand. Out. Challenge is lost. The timeout is lost. 1 timeout remaining. 2 timeouts remaining. We will resume play. 3-0.
Oh, no. If Chris is going to get all this airtime, we got to have a tight mic here for him.
Time in. 3-0.
Purposeful out of the timeout there.
Sure was. Like you'd stick a tennis volley, you know, that's a pickleball volley. It's like a forehand in the air with spin. Not many players on tour can hit that ball that he just hit.
Just blow it past Garnett.
Point.
Okay, and the challenges continue.
Of the baseline. So live we couldn't see her. Here's the replay. I think it's in.
Yeah, this one I'm going within, but again with trepidation. And again, we do not have the close call replay system for this tournament. We will have it for everything else going forward, but just for this weekend, including Major League Pickleball in Virginia Beach last week. So I will thank them for that one solid.
After review, the call is overturned. The ball is in. 1 timeout remaining. 2 timeouts remaining. We will resume play at 3-0.
So Garnett wins the challenge.
Time in. 3-0.
Oh, great read on the first ball down the line, and Garnett looks terrific here in game 2.
He's done a great job of regrouping after the kind of, I'm going to say, letdown in game 1, but maybe not his best play. He's battled back.
Light out. Zero 4. Point.
That's just too good.
I think he does that better than anyone in the world. The inside out, it's hit hard, it's hit low. Even if Garnett makes that back in play, Federico's probably going to be in an advantageous position.
Point.
Another beautiful drop volley there and bunts it into the open court. And we saw a little surge like this from Fed in game number 1 to take it.
2-4. Light out.
Fed knows if he just curled that down the line, that's his.
Garnett kind of guessed cross court, and Federico off the tape, but yeah, he could have pushed that one down the line for a winner. Easy to be a good coach after you miss.
And we're amazing up here too.
After about 4 let courts, get a quick exchange.
Yeah, that's tough getting in there. So, ball back just down 2. I mean, here we go again. Garnett's got to be careful not getting just stalled out on a number. Tried to curl that around there, doesn't get it done, and Fed is within 1.
Feels like Garnett should be up 4 or 5 points right now.
I'm sure he feels the same. Man, huge serve. Doesn't take advantage.
It's tough with Federico with the serve. He waits till that umpire calls the score, and then he
just
fires it out.
Yeah.
As the returner, you need to be ready for that. It's kind of tricky to time your split step.
Yeah, we got F1 coming up here. I mean, those lights turn off, and he is ready.
It's a ball you don't see Garnett mess too often.
No, it's got the best running two-handed backhand volley you'd ever want to see. That was even up in the strike zone. So he was stuck at 5 in game 1. He's stuck at 4 here in game 2. Oh, Fed holds his ground again, Sam.
And that finishing shot, the body is just over to the left, the paddles to the right. He makes a difficult shot look easy like he does every time, but the anticipation early on there to guess and hold your ground was...
I mean, his body was a liar, just an out-and-out liar. Missed return and time out for Garnett. Wow. So this time it's at the front end of the game, so going to make another final. What a shot, man, to get over there and get that out of the air, Sam. I mean, we're not all 6'6" to reach that.
Great job for Garnett using his body, being athletic, getting over there, stretching out, and still having control to place it up the line.
And Fed pays the price for just right into the perfect strike zone of Garnett.
My old tennis coach used to say, you know, I had a big serve, big forehand. And for Garnett, that's how you pay your mortgage. He does it with his backhand.
Oh, no. And then was late with his payment on the serve, though, right there. We'll keep an eye on that. He had a disaster in Major League Pickleball earlier this year, just lost his serve entirely. And Fed, as you mentioned, is so much in a rhythm with the referee that a couple times hasn't been there. Oh, pretty up the line with his own two-handed backhand.
What a phenomenal third.
Yes.
Federico off a great return from Garnett, pushes him back. And that does a great job of dropping it, getting a look at a pass, which he pushes wide, but great way to get out of defense.
Again, just holding his ground. He's got a great read on Garnett.
Sure does. And he's got such a great touch on the backhand, cross-court drop volley. Puts the opponent in such a tough position, making them run up and play an awkward shot.
Has had 2 forehands on 2 consecutive service points that he did not make.
5-6. Point.
And Garnett now has tied it back up.
A good job. He's missed a handful of the cross-court thirds. Does a good job of going line there. Fed holds his ground. He was there. Just kind of pushes the next one wide.
Oh my, Garnett throws the hat in disgust because he guessed right on the overhead and then had the easiest shot of the rally to win it.
His feet kind of got messed up there. It's almost like he anticipated, we'll see here, he anticipated it too much and kind of ran up a little too close to the net and jammed himself a little bit. But that's one he's going to want back.
Yeah, and just don't treat the Tui Nation gear like that. Come on now. And no technical warning on the hat throw, which I agree with. But earlier, the ball got slammed into the net, and a call was made on Fed. That time he goes back, and Garnett had guessed the other way. Our own country music stars every night.
And one of those players we just mentioned in the 6 through 9 spot makes a final there. Pretty much can kind of guarantee them a spot in St. Clemente.
Yes, for sure. And that is a terrific point from Garnett after Fed, and he does this, and I like it, called timeout on offense with the ball.
You don't see players call timeout on offense probably less than 5% of the time. It's usually a defensive call to stop momentum.
Fight out.
47 minutes in, and it's 6-all in game 2, so the pace is wildly slow. The side outs are frequent.
Challenges are frequent.
Yes, and that too. No way. Doesn't get out of the way out of it.
One of the first times I've seen Fed look a little tired out there. I don't think he wants to play 3 sets.
No.
Like you said, we're 47 minutes in. Good news is this is the last match of the day for the winner.
No matter what.
No matter what, get through this. Coming back Sunday with some fresh legs.
That's terrific from Garnett, as he just made a beeline to where he thought the volley would go, and he was there in plenty of time. Now Garnett has the lead in game 2. Short hopping returns is a I am tired sign.
Sure is. Not wanting to use your legs, you're looking to get in a little quicker. When you're relying on your hands and not your legs, that's a sign of a little bit tired.
Boy, and just a rocket from Garnett there. And Fed pulled himself out of a similar jam in game 1, but this looks just a little different here.
I think he's mentally tired. We hinted on his fitness earlier. He's fit, but mentally he looks another short hop.
Not a clean volley, but it worked.
This is where Garnett has to focus right back. We saw him miss, like we said, game 1, missed a few returns at this point in the game. Focus in, get the ball back, try to finish the second game.
Wow, and it's a missed return, just as you say it, Sam. 7-9.
Just told him not to do that.
Oh wait, oh, he misunderstood. He misunderstood. There was a little glitch in your text.
Needs me coaching him.
7-9.
Wow, Fed got a short return right where he wanted it, and it did not hit it nearly low enough.
No, and he knows that. You can see afterwards he kind of mouthed, hit that down. Rare. I'm going to call it a miss, even though he made it, but that's a miss for him.
Before. And that is good, and that'll do it. So, wow, we will play 3 again, and Staksrud's got to just get all of that worked out of his game there. So, Garnett, impressive in the back half of game 2. Who's going to take it? We'll see on the other side. Absolutely.
Taken away, so I like how that is handled.
Game 3.
So here we go. Game 3 will switch ends at 6.
Side out.
Just, oh, he made that in the corner and got the thumbs up from Connor. What a volley.
That was in by 8 inches on the sideline and the baseline.
Unbelievable.
Point.
And a much better start for Fed as he's trailed at the beginning of games 1 and 2.
Side out.
But misses his favorite shot right there.
Point. One.
Really well played getting that ball out of the air, Sam.
He got out of the air, and it wasn't actually that high. It was kind of down near his knees, and he does a good job of staying low and ripping a backhand low across the net.
What's at stake? Just a spot in the finals, that's all. And we have hit the 1 hour mark, and this has had everything. Slow play, fast play, lots of side outs, lots of challenges, a call to the head of the referees and Don Stanley, and we're just 2-1 in the third. Oh, no way, that's in. Garnett's there. Oh, but can't thread it. What a pickup from Staksrud.
Garnett with the Ernie doesn't quite get it past Staksrud, who reaches out, and that's what a get right there.
I mean, he still got there with time to come up with a thought, at least.
I think he almost got there quicker than he thought. Yeah. He probably could have gotten the second hand on it.
And you see Fed going for that serve. I mean, it's obviously not a out wide slice serve like you hit, sir, but setting up that forehand with the short cross court return.
Fed serves pretty much as good as it gets out here.
Yes.
In the singles, he do what he wants with it. He puts it deep in the court. It's difficult to deal with. And as he gets a lead, if he, like any player, if you get a little lead, you start going for a little more to serve, a little more confident with it. It makes it harder and harder as a returner.
Oh, took it up the line and had it, but again, the foot speed of Garnett makes you hit just a little too much.
Yep, and that was just deep by an inch or two. Took a weird hop.
Yes.
But a lot of that hop is due to the way Federico hits that backhand ball. It comes over it. It's got weird top spin, side spin.
And here's that foot wedge I talked about. Fed kicked the ball from one half to the other and is now going to pick it up. So, you know, sometimes your drive goes behind a tree and maybe your playing partners never saw where it landed. Oh, Fed tries the same idea, take it out of the air, but just too outstretched. That's a great volley from Garnett.
It was, because if Garnett doesn't hit that wide, Fed is actually there. He's in good position. He's probably skilled enough to place that ball up the line for a winner.
Fed is not part of the Chris Johnson fan club. Here comes a challenge.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge with the out call.
And that wasn't a tough ball to see. That was floating.
Chris Johnson has docked him a point in this game, so he feels like it's Fed against the world here. Tied at 3 in game 3. And what a forehand from Connor Garnett to take the lead here
We saw 2 of those about 45 minutes ago. He finally found the 3rd one. Incredible angle.
Gave himself plenty of margin, and Fed's now having to move our movement clock, and now it's falling apart over here in the corner. This is the best egg hunt we've had, is he's had to move part of it. And there's nothing like, if you didn't know how long you'd been on the court, he certainly does now, being that close to the 66.
Yep.
Whoa. I'm not sure that volley was good. Close.
I'm just glad we don't have another challenge. But you're right, that was a 50-50 call. It could have gone both ways.
What a volley, because Fed just couldn't get the feet set.
Little pep to Garnett's step right now. He knows he's in this. He got the momentum.
Huge opportunity here to switch with a 3-point lead. But way too high on that one.
The ball he would like back.
Yes.
Sometimes shots like that, you know, Garnett, you have too much time to think about.
Yep.
Should I go down the line? Should I go across court? When you're as good as these players, sometimes it can be a weakness.
And there could be the aggregate effect of this 68-minute match so far, as Fed did not look smooth getting to a ball that he would usually easily bunt into the open court. Second chance to switch with a 3-point lead for Connor Garnett. And that is what he will do. He gets a gift on a missed return. So Connor Garnett won game number 2 and is up 3 here. Will be switched throughout this event.
Garnett a little lucky right now. He's gone to the side where the sun was kind of peering in, but the sun has gone behind a cloud, so it's actually somewhat comfortable right now. The sun shouldn't be an issue for either player. Garnett has some momentum right now.
7-3. There's a look at this beautiful tennis center, some of the other courts. Oh, and there's that dipping forehand. He finds it again, and Fed, thankfully, if that ball gets sent into the heavens, we're done here. That's game and over.
8-3. Right out.
All right, so the weight of the world. There's, boy, we got celestial objects for you. There's a good look at the moon. All these great shots from our Tennis Channel crew. We appreciate it. We're going to be on Tennis Channel with my man Sam, and never thought he'd be on Tennis Channel on another sport probably when he was playing. There's the classic Fed point there.
Fed's still frustrated. Garnett has to look over and see that.
Yes.
Just try to get the ball back and try to keep Federico frustrated. Just don't see him in this kind of mindset too often.
No.
The year he's had.
8-4.
Two away from a berth in the final. Boy, Fed talking to himself that entire time right there. Careful.
It's every game with Garnett. He gets that lead and throws it the return miss. He's so close.
That is a beauty. Sometimes Garnett confuses you because he gives you the thumbs up, meaning great shot from your opponent. And this could be a timeout from Garnett. Nope, just goes to the towel. Too much. Oh boy. I mean, that would have been an undue one, but the whole heaping, helping of frustration in it, though.
There sure was. I'm glad it wasn't called. Wasn't bad enough
no,
to make the call.
No. Garnett almost got there. Okay, so the scoreboard pressure will be applied if even Fed gets one here, let alone more.
Big time.
Second misreturn. Here we go. The question is it going to be here we go again, or are we stopping right here?
7-9.
Another inside-out beauty, and Fed has pulled within one. He was down 9-4, and it looked like he was left for dead. Not gonna be it. This has got to be timeout.
That's what I was thinking as well, but
taking his sweet time.
Garnett's going to keep playing.
8-9.
Wow, after a very careful volley.
Garnett earned that point. He had to work for that, and you're right. It was a careful.
You talk so much, we need to change the batteries in the mic over there, Sam. So, Garnett, humongous serve here.
9-8.
Oh, and pulled wide from Fed. Match point for Garnett.
Match point. 10-8. Side out.
Cannot come up with it. And had a great look at a two-handed backhand.
Yeah, he can't ask for much more.
No.
You know? Tui Nation, two-handed backhand on match point. We'll see if he can get the ball back and give himself a shot.
Shankopotamus. And Fed has the ball with a chance to tie.
10.
Wow, fooled him, brought it back across the body, setting up match point number 2.
Match point. 10-9.
And that'll do it. Walks it off with the signature shot. And at minute 79, Connor Garnett has made his way to the final, stopping Fed from getting there again. What a match, what a battle. Congrats to Connor Garnett. We will talk to him on the other side. 11-9 in the third for the 3 seed. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rate Championships. Connor Garnett gets it done 11-9 in the third and is going to play for a title on Sunday. Connor, that was a wild match with a million starts and stops, tons of reviews. How do you keep your focus through all that to play your best?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy when you know you're going against Fatty. He's going to come out and play every point like it's super intense, and so I just kind of stuck in there, tried to stay moving my feet, tried to keep it going, and you know, honestly, I wasn't thinking too much. It's pretty hot out here, so that helped with the lack of thinking department as well.
Connor, you're known for your two-handed backhand. We've got the Tui Nation hat. The forehand today, though, was on fire. We saw you hit a handful of cross-court forehand winners. When that forehand is on, does it give you an extra boost of confidence when you're playing guys like Federico?
Yeah, 100%. That was something in the last couple tournaments I came up a little short on the forehand side. I know that's a big attack, like spot people are looking to go, and so I really, the last week, have been really focusing on modifying my technique a little bit on that, and super fortunate that it was able to come into effect here, and obviously that doesn't mean it's by any means sound, but some of the work is paying off, so really pumped about that.
So, Connor, you're in Vegas. There's lots to do. You're done for the day. What's the rest of your night look like here, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I'm definitely going to relax. I got to say thanks to all the people supporting me. I mean, Tyler on my bench, Allie were super helpful in the match, and then all the fan support was amazing. So just getting back, relaxing, and then getting after it men's doubles day.
All right, well, Connor Garnett, not a stranger to Sunday, looking for another title on the Carvana PPA Tour. Congrats, Connor.
Thank you.